13, my father forced church. My lifelong payback began. A lifelong payback back in the early 80s when I was just a young buck. My father insisted on my siblings and I attending his church. When I was around 13 years old, hitting puberty and upset at the world, I despised having to go to Sunday school. I mean really, being 13 and having to spend an entire hour coloring pictures of Jesus and the like, it truly angered me. One Sunday, I asked my father if I could stay for the rest of the service instead of having to attend the dreaded Sunday school class. I was done with crayons, damn it. My dad said no. I was pissed, to say the least. Sunday school started after church announcements. Once the announcements were done, the kids would leave and go upstairs to the school. Well, sitting there and hearing the announcements while still angry about what I thought was a coherent argument, about not wanting to color pictures of Jesus for the next hour, I heard something new. The church was looking for ushers. There was a sign-up table on the way out. This was a lifelong commitment. So as the kids were asked to leave for Sunday school, I asked my father again if I could just stay with him instead. He emphatically said no and shooed me away. So I calmly walked up to the sign-up counter right by the door, turned and looked towards him. He was not paying attention. It did not matter. I signed him up to be an usher. We had the same 2 first initials and last name. I had forged his signature a couple of times, teenage school issues, so I had a relatively good copy. 2 weeks later, when he got the notice that he was supposed to usher, he was pissed. He could not say, "My son signed me up. I cannot or will not do this." He had to save face. He had been attending this place since 1933, except for when in college or overseas. So my dad ended up becoming an usher for the next 20 years, every 3rd Sunday at St. Paul's Episcopal Church. I got an ass whooping that today's kids would never understand. Yet until he left the city, he showed up every 3 weeks to do his duty. He is 92 now and still reminds me of how I got him. Did you ever feel that way about church, especially as a young person? Share your own memories below.